We have to capture the tear in video as it comes down.
It'll be in our eyes later.
You know, I felt kind of bad when we put this together and Jerry offered to do the cooking, and I thought something was wrong with this. I mean, we're saying goodbye to Jerry. It's his retirement party, and he's going to do the cooking. I thought about it, and I thought about it, and I thought, it's pretty much like Jerry that, you know, he's a nice enough guy that the rest of us schmucks that have to work for a living, he fed us on his last day. So, Jerry, we appreciate that very much.
Don't worry about it. I'll wave at you by Monday.
I'll wave back to him too.
If you don't know, Al and I live on the same road. He does have a rocking chair. He will be waving at us as we come and go. Obviously, David is not here, and he sends his congratulations, but he wrote something.
Get comfy.
So it's 12 pages, so I'll read it as fast as I can. My memories of Jerry Funk. There are 1,001 stories about Jerry Funk, and most of them are true. For example, the window next to the 4-high in the press room, the one with concrete blocks on the other side of the glass, the one that makes people wonder why we put a window there when there's a women's restroom on the other side of the concrete block. That window was installed at the urging of Jerry Funk, but back in the days when we didn't have men's and women's restrooms, and the mail room was in the east end of the press room. Jerry was tired of working with the only windows being up near the ceiling by the alley. When we were installing the 4-high and the splicer, we had a construction crew in the building. We had them install the Jerry Funk Memorial window to capture the beauty of the vacant lot to our north. That view lasted a few years until we built the mail room. That's when we first had separate men's and women's restrooms, and that's when Jerry's window was covered. My favorite Jerry story, however, has nothing whatsoever to do with the newspaper. Several times, Jerry has invited me and my hunting buddies to come to his camp for lunch. Wanting to return the favor, I invited him several times to our camp in Lake County. But Jerry didn't like to leave the comfort of his camp, and this was before he added the hot tub at his camp. One year, Jerry and a friend did make the trip to Lake County and found our camp. He took great delight in getting me to say that we don't have electricity at our camp. We don't have running water at our camp. We don't have a furnace at our camp. Each time I explained what we didn't have at our camp, Jerry would say, "We do." Finally, it was time for Jerry and his friend to leave. They had grown tired of gloating about the primitive nature of our hunting camp and got in Jerry's truck. Jerry turns the key, and absolutely nothing happened. Seems Jerry didn't have any electricity in his truck. We tried not to gloat as we jumped Jerry's battery, but it proved to be too good to resist. We may not have had a hot tub or even a warm shower, but we do have vehicles that start. We've had some fun times, Jerry, and I'm certain we'll have even more, but it won't be the same walking into the lunchroom without saying, "Hello, gentlemen." You too, Jerry. Best wishes for a healthy and happy retirement. You've earned it. From David Jackson. All right. Well, it's kind of long when you read it. As is our tradition, obviously, we have a few parting gifts for Jerry as he embarks on another chapter. Alan was in charge of the intelligence, and I think he did a pretty good job. So, Alan, if you would please.
Okay. First of all, just so you remember the Ludington Daily News, we thought we'd get you some things around the building that you can use. It's the largest one I could find.
I thought it'd be roll-ins or something.
No. We try to be nice this time, Jerry. Got that. Now, got your leather bag to put in your fishing equipment or whatever else you do.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Fire call.
Fire can wait.
My oldest son just. Hello.
My oldest son.
Firework and all of it.
I should have got one that opened out.
I don't know how you open it.
I'm the oldest. No.
Now, inside here, after you figure out how to open it, there's also a nice blanket from the Ludington Daily News to keep it warm. So there are some nice gifts there. You can have it. Then I went and talked to Barsha. who I guess is at either, I think she
Reno.
weighed between coming here or going to Reno, and obviously you don't rate as high as Reno. And I asked her, does he want anything like fishing or hunting stuff, thinking, and she said, nope. He's got depth trail, all the stuff you need and all the things. I said, well, what? She said, well, he has nothing to do in the winter and he's concerned. He's gonna take up woodworking? Yeah. So, we went out and got you some
He's setting up
stuff.
his own mill, we're gonna buy newsprint from him.
Black and Decker. I think this came from Dawn, thinking you must need tools. And the
I think they
famous
squeak when you use the hammer.
old type of things like this thing, which will drive you nuts.
Come on, I'm not that old, I don't remember how to use that.
This is the thing that even my father used to use, and they drive me even crazier, is the pencils that,
Oh, yeah, them are good ones.
those are good ones. You got a couple of those, but we did get you a sharpener. They gave you an apron, and just so we're not all mean, there's a gift certificate so you can go buy some tools. Don't really have to use the class for your grandchildren.
Yeah.
The plastic.
Didn't you get him a flashlight so we could find the fires?
No, we left the fires out. He's still doing those, and he does a good job, so we'll leave him alone there.
God, Jerry, I almost hate to ask, but any last parting words that you'd like to leave for any of us?
Women lead.
Oh, the women's state.
That's why they had to break over that window.
No, it's gonna be, like you say, another step in my life to, my big thing is to keep busy and, I'm used to, like everybody else, coming to work every day and all of a sudden you don't have to, so it's, for the girls, I'll post my number on the board if you wanna call, but, especially Shannon. She gets mad, you know. But, you know, it's almost, what, 28 and a half years, close to 29, so. I miss you people, you know, like everybody else. It's just, some, you know, editorial, I don't get to see that often and stuff, but, I miss everybody. We'll be around. I'll stop in once in a while. I'm afraid Jeff knows my number, so.
You wanna call tonight?
Yeah.
Just to remind you.
Patty says got a number in case they got know where a fire is or something. So.
Have Greg Means call you tonight?
One person we should introduce you to, if you haven't met him, we had to get something to replace this guy. Tim? This is a new employee, Tim Wilcox. Jesus, yesterday I touched Jerry, I went into the office, I went like this. So I'm not touching you anymore, Tim. Well, welcome.
That's a good policy.
Don't worry, he'll get used to the dirt. The big thing I'm gonna miss is Friday nights.
You can take mine.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate Gene Brady coming. Gene was a fixture in the press room, I understand, for years, and would never leave the press room, or the stories that I've heard. Paul's here, Fuzz is here. Really appreciate you guys coming.
Marion's
Marion's here. I'm sorry. Another
Yeah, Marion's week
retiree.
anyway.
Yeah, Marion's still here all the time.
Jimmy's in stealing food for his cats.
One of my favorite Jerry stories is really a recent one, but